floor of the CME Group. This is Danny Riley with today's MrTopStep update. I'm standing in for Rich Canalone. He's a little busy over here with the roll. As we tried to explain last week, we are going into the June expiration and the June rollover in the S&Ps. And that somewhat takes away a little bit from the day trading stuff that goes on in the S&P pit and outside with the electronic traders, as they tend to focus a little bit more on rolling than trading. Anyways, what we're seeing here is we're seeing another big letdown. You know, the Greek unemployment at 16%. These debt problems across the United States and Europe, they don't seem to have a conclusion. And while the markets have made a good attempt to rally over the last 8 to 11 months, the markets feel very, very heavy. And as we have tried to point out at MrTopStep, and it's a fundamental change from what we see on the trading floor. And that's why it's so important that we think the floor is such a great place to be, because we can see the differences between the premiums in the S&P and the S&P cash. And as we've tried to explain, over the last several months, they would do little sell programs and knock the market down, and then they would come back and do larger buy programs and rally the market. That price action has disappeared. It's completely reversed now. It's little buy programs to do much bigger sell programs. Now, right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to agree to disagree with Mr. Tim from Top Notch again. I respect his numbers, and I look at him every day, but fundamentally, we believe at MrTopStep something's changed. And also the statements out of Chairman Bernanke yesterday, they did not point to a very good picture for the economy moving forward and employment itself. But overnight, the S&P got down to Top Notch's daily or weekly fib number at 1276.30. And then this morning, after we opened up, we retested the 1285.40 level, which was yesterday's settle. Now, Tim wants to explain to everybody that when Bernanke came on TV yesterday, he changed the game a little bit. And he said that once we get back down and retest that 74.30 level, and the market flushes through, all bets are off. Now, what we think is that the S&P is on a path to trade down to 1250 and then down to 1185. These are levels that we saw on the way up, and they will act as support levels on the way down. We still agree with H.L. Camp, who came out and said that he saw a possible big down move coming in toward the end of June and early July, and we confer with that type of price action. And some of the statistics that we look at, we thoroughly agree with that consensus. But anyways, you know what? The markets have sold off again here. We're just off the lows. You know, all we can say is we're hoping that the markets bounce, but you know, on the other side of this, we believe dark clouds have re-entered the marketplace. Thank you very much. We'll be back tomorrow.